As you may know, electric vehicles don't like the cold very much. And frankly, neither do I. But such is life this week here in upstate New York with the mighty GMC Sierra Denali EV, a luxury electric pickup truck with a very big battery and an even bigger price tag.
At over 4 tons with a zero range anxiety battery pack that's more than 3 times the size of the one in my Kona Electric, the Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is a juggernaut. It's priced at $99,495 and doesn't qualify for the federal tax credit. And here are some other numbers to chew on. Up to 754 horsepower and 785 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, 24-inch wheels, max towing of 10,000 pounds, and 440 miles of driving range. Its 800-volt electrical architecture can take advantage of the fastest public chargers, meaning that in ideal charging conditions, 100 miles of range can be added in only 10 minutes. Its dimensions are similar to that of a lifted gas-powered Silverado 1500 crew cab, but with an even bigger back seat and more cargo carrying options.
There are lots of interesting tidbits about this truck, and most of them are very good, some of them not so good, but let's start with its avalanche-style midgate design, which is absolutely perfect for carrying longer items.
The midgate design is ingenious, and it's nice to see it return for the next generation. And it's expertly executed, making it so easy to expand the bed, up to nearly 11 feet when open. And because it's in 2 parts, a passenger can still ride back here if need be. The glass can also be removed and stowed solidly. I mean, what's not to like? It makes for a smarter truck, and only GM is doing it this way. And then with the E-trunk and its power hood, there's another 11 cubic feet of space up here, about the size of a trunk of a small sedan. The dual motors support torque vectoring all-wheel drive. The suspension is adaptive air ride with the ability to raise and lower the body by 2 inches. And then there's 4-wheel steering with the show-off crab walk mode for low-speed side-winding maneuvers, and the max power mode that unlocks the cheat code for a cavalcade of watts. Astonishing acceleration, particularly when you consider the weight they're moving. The drive is exceptional. Powerful, smooth, and quiet, with surprising dexterity and excellent one-pedal drive feel. GMC has nailed it. Do note, though, that this truck has not performed well in the snow, and there is no drive mode dedicated to these conditions. Acceleration and braking has been challenging.
Everything about the Sierra Denali EV is oversized. I'm talking its sheer size, the weight, the size of that battery, these tires, this cabin, its MSRP, the amount it costs to recharge this battery. I mean, this is definitely living life large and in charge. Now, on the downside, I can't fit it in my garage, so I can't charge it here at home, which means I have to fast charge. And last night, it cost me about $70 to get this thing from 20% to 80%, and it took about 45 minutes. These tires, 24 inches, absolutely dreadful in the snow, and they cost about $600 to replace. There's no power deployable running boards. There's no massaging seats. Now, that being said, this is a really neat vehicle, and I like it, but in a number of ways, it can also be a handful.
If I could get it in my garage, my level 2 charger wouldn't fill this overnight like most EVs. It could take up to 19 hours. But in fairness, with this kind of range, a full tank probably isn't necessary. And with the right hardware, this truck is capable of powering your house for days. A couple of other considerations. Super Cruise is awesome and way better than every other hands-free system on the market. I've driven them all. And there's no CarPlay here. GMC has decided you'd rather use Google built-in, which is a real shame because literally no one else would agree. I also feel like this cabin falls a little short of 6-figure Denali standards, though the electronics, minus the absence of phone projection, are excellent. For its second model year, the Sierra EV is also offered in less expensive, lower range trims to maximize its appeal. As is, this Denali Edition 1 is a crazy cool electric truck pushed to the max. For Test Drive Now, I'm Steve Hammis.